January 11th, 2022. Woohoo! All right, so a lot of people are going around saying, oh, there's a portal on the 11th and you should be doing this on the 11th and that on the 11th. Well, how about living your life every day like there's a portal open? And there are opportunities for you to exchange information with the universe to be the best at what you're here to do. What a concept. How about millenniums ago, you, me, and all these other souls were dimmed down. So there was a disconnect between soul and physical earth body and earth. So that you were cut off from the frequencies that allowed you to have a broader bandwidth and to be able to filter in and process more information and feel more joy, more heightened levels of joy, ecstasy, pleasure, happiness, health, and all those things. That slowly they have turned it down. So there's this huge disconnect between the soul's mission, and all the importance has been placed into the physical. So it's keep you busy, 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 10 and 2, 10 and 2. The more you do, the more you do, the more you do, the better you'll be. The better you'll be, the more successful things you will have happen to you. And you're not successful until you reach up this part of the ladder and the general public says you're now successful. So until you get there, you suck, and so on and so forth, right? So everything's dictated to you by the outside world. Religion has been created to keep you in that vault of not being able to get out and expand. You're literally in a vault. So your frequencies can't get out, and the frequencies that are coming in can't get in. Now, we have learned that this is a safe place to be because we've done it for hundreds of thousands of years, worse and worse and worse and worse each 100 years, that it just becomes this little vault box that we put around ourselves, and occasionally we peek our head out and it's like, oh, that's a scary world, but it's not. So your IQ is not measured by 10 and 2, what you do. According to them it is, because the more you have, the more you do, the higher the IQ you must have, because you got there. But you got there on their platform, and they're something else they're trying to say, and I'm not hearing it. It starts with a P. I'll get it in a minute. On their practical steps of success. That's what they just said. Okay, so they're not your steps of success. They're theirs. They're measured by them. And then everybody else thinks this is all normal. But really, when you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, you don't feel successful because you know there's more of you to expand and explore. But you don't realize that you've been in this vault and your frequencies can't get out, and new frequencies of everything can't get in, and then the old frequencies of the original source have been diminished because they can't get in. They just can't get in this vault. This vault is frequency proof. That sucks. So anyway, that's kind of how we've been living. But it's the ones who know that something's not right and that there is more of them to be explored. There's more of them to go around, and they have to get out of that vault. And in trying to get out of the vault, you're going to have all these people that you know, love, see, feel, touch, try to pull you back in the vault. Because how dare you explore out? It's not safe out there. Lions, tigers, and bears ain't got nothing on you because we're going to protect you in here. So anyway, those of you who have the courage to step out and have the courage to go into the darkness, my old friend. Yeah. Going into the darkness, my old friend. going into the silence, going into the silence, and overriding that's torture. That you gotta be busy, busy, 10 and 2. You may have to override your impulse to stay there in the silence because there's a part of your brain, people that love you, pulling you in this direction. But if you can stay in that silence long enough and then learn how to navigate through a Q&A with your soul, you might be quite surprised at the frequencies of energies that come through you. And then you're going to make a left turn and a hard right and another left and a hard right and a hard left and a hard right, whatever you want to do to change your world. So that you can literally be in the soul's mission and not the monkey mind. Gotta do, more is busy, 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 busy. And all of that detaches you from the feeling. Because how dare you get into those emotions unless you're under proper trained care. But the emotions are where memories are. The emotions are where learning apparatuses and tools are. So if you can dive into the emotions and then the feelings and then dissipate all of those lions, tigers, bears, craziness that have been created, and then you're left with this place of, now I get to create new on my soul's terms, not on y'all's. So that's why I developed something called the embodiment of the soul.com, and I am a soul embodiment coach. So I sit with you and I help you get into that silence and to allow the information to come up and then to sift through that information. So it brings valuable lessons and information to you because now you're in the creator source frequencies and you're able to receive them and allow the body to breathe this information in and out as you learn to dialogue with it, recognize it, and to feel it and not let it get stuck in all these places, all these webs, all these matrices around you. Okay? You're able to go, okay, what's your lesson? Gone, thank you. Oh, this shoulder, man, what's going on here? Thank you. You know, you literally got out of the vault. And now you take your frequency dial. You control what comes in, what goes out, how it's going to be. So that you're responding in accordance to the soul via this frequency dial. Not through the monkey mind matrix. And then to really master it is, how do I walk through some of this monkey matrix with my soul frequency where it needs to be? And then how do I exude my own higher frequencies to help others feel the love and that there is possibilities to get out of that vault, to get out of that vault. Doesn't matter who built it, doesn't matter how long you've been in there. None of that crap matters. What matters is that you want to come out and you want to do more, be more, provide more, be of service more. You be service to self, and in service to self, you're in service to others, because it takes all of us to step back and to redesign ourselves after we get all of the debris off. So we literally we're taking the soul out of the dungeon and we're dusting it off, cleaning it off, shining it up, making sure it's still got the God source spark in it, which it will never die, by the way, just so you know. Just like thinking of like lost crusaders and a treasure hunt, and you find your soul, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like a crystal ball. So you clean it all off, and now it lights up because it's like, it's just so happy just to feel Prime Source Creators frequencies. And you look around, you're like, holy moly, how did I get here? And the key is, how do you get going now? That's what a soul embodiment coach does. It provides support in a safe space for you to explore and navigate and create. Draw your own maps. Yeah. And then show everybody else how they can draw their own maps and get there too. Now, another thing is about those people that don't want to come out of the vault. That's on them. We are not here to be crusaders to convert others, because in their matrix of the emotional, the physical, the mental, the light body, it's all this light body. The soul designed the landmines. The soul designed what frequencies, what experiences were going to spark you awake to get out of that vault. So your body is a landmine of activations and codes. Your body is a landmine of activations and codes. And so you're not going to get it from sitting in the corner. You're going to get out. You're going to go, okay, I'll try this way. How's that feel? How's that feeling? Okay, well, oh, it's guided me this way. Oh, I've met some people, and oh, it's guided me that way. Oh, I met some people, they want me to go back in the vault. I could. No, I don't think so. This way, that way. So now you're just drawing this map unique to you, just like your fingerprints are unique to you. This physical body has all the activations and codes that you designed, where they're going to be, what frequencies, and all the good stuff in order to go spark awake. And sometimes they come from getting knocked on the head because you haven't been listening. Sometimes it could be an illness that gets you on your back, that you're not listening. Sometimes it's a relationship issue that's going to wake you the hell up. Something's going to wake you the hell up, but you designed it. But the thing is, this is what I want to see happen. I want to see people, once they wake up, to start avoiding the curbs, to avoid the dead ends by hitting them and having to have such suffering in order to wake up. Because that's when you begin to master lessons of being awake in the frequencies. Because now, just blindly, you're going to be going along and go, that way. You do it that way. And you'll do it because you're following your intuitive antenna to God, your gut instincts, your heart instincts. That, my friends, is where the highest IQ is. If you want to measure it by something that's not even measurable, but it's going to be how you feel, which is priceless. It's priceless. So, you sticking your head out of the vault, something has triggered one of these landmines. Have the courage to step out of that vault. Begin to feel these frequencies of the Prime Creator. You're divine. Drop all these belief systems that have been crammed down your throat that people are believing are the only way, because, it's like, let's just take these masks, for example. 2 years ago, nobody had a mask on. Now everybody's wearing them, and now people use them as a crutch. They can't go anywhere without them. I see kids doing it. I see adults doing it. I see people fearful, like, oh, let's put this on. Now, what if we continue down that road, and in 20 years, that just becomes the absolute norm, which it's not going to be. It's like changing the speed limit on the highway. It's 75. Now it's down to 65. Oh man, this is such a freaking adjustment. Then you get used to 65. Then they lower it to 55. Same thing. Then they lower it to 45. But after a while, everyone's like, no, speed limit's always been 45. It's been 45 years, 45 miles an hour since my grandfather was here. My great-grandfather was here. That's the way it's going to be. That's what you got to do. You got to follow that speed limit. It's always been that way. So that's what a lot of these belief systems have you believing that something is that way, which is why they hide the history of so much of it. But then again, that's a whole other freaking video. The key here is take your soul out of solitary confinement. You've had it, and it's been there. It doesn't matter how it got there, but you get to go retrieve it. You get to retrieve it through a whole lot of fun techniques. The only thing scary is just getting ready to do it. And when you do it, you're going to be like, what the hell did I wait so long? Activate the landmines within the body. Activate them. Get ready. Because your life's about to change for the absolute best. It's like rocket fuel of happiness. And if we really look at the barometer of happiness and joy points, I even look at my own life, and I'm naturally a happy person. And I just bounce all day. And I'm aware of, I get accused of resting bitch face sometimes, but whatever. But I'm aware of my expressions towards others and how that affects them. So I try to maintain that during the day and be aware of it through myself. And so I have no idea where that point was going, because this is what happens. They start talking and they'll give me a bullet point, and then I start going, and then I lose the bullet point. And yeah, so I guess we're just going to go with this one. So anywho, have the courage to sit in the silence. Have the courage to go into a Q&A with your soul. It's time. It's time to walk together in the soul's mission. Be cool with it. And I'm here to assist you in every step of the way. And I'm going to tell you what, you're going to take the training wheels off quick. I can promise. And then you're going to be like, woohoo, I can do some of this on my own now. Look at all this information coming in. Look at how I feel. And people are going to want a little bit of what you have. They're going to want what you have. And then you'll decide, this is what I'm doing. And then you may get some ridicule and some backlash from it. And you may be like, hey, that's okay. It's not, I don't take your judgments. It's not, yeah, good, great. And then there's going to be people that will be like, I want to do that. I want all the information. And the next time you see him, you're like, damn, you're looking good. So it's all about how you feel. That makes the looks work. All right, much love to each and every one of you. My website is embodimentofthesoul.com. It's in the description as always. Keep it simple is the motto. Every day, all day. Take stock of who you are, where you're going, and connect with that soul. Because the soul really is in the driver's seat. You just keep putting it in the back seat and hiding it in the trunk and all the other places. Let's get it out now. Let's dust it off. Let's let the Prime Creator's divine frequencies shine its light right through it. And then you get to see all kinds of cool stuff. All right? Later. Bye.